Okay, so I've been busy this week, done quite a few hours on it. I'll do a part two to this video and show you how the seat's coming along, because that's changed quite a lot. To be fair, I've done most work probably on that, to be honest. I've done quite a lot on the interior as well. So basically I've been working on test fitting the speakers here. I've got some 8-inch Lanza OptiDrive speakers. So I've got 4 in here. You can see they're just test fitted, they're not actually fitted or anything. This isn't fully flat yet. That's the idea with the test fitting, so I can make sure they actually go in the holes, and then I've got to build it up to basically make it flat so they can be sat in there properly, and obviously they're going to have grills over the top as well. So you can see basically they're in there. The end one is one and truly not in really at all. That's the hardest one to get in there with the actual grinder and everything else to get the shape right, but I'll get into that one. Need some work on the actual frame above it, some fiberglass and various other things. So I might have to leave that for a little while because I've pretty much run out of fiberglass now. So I've just about got enough to finish this trim off, probably early next week, I would have thought. So yeah, basically I've painted the floor black for no particular reason, just so you can see roughly what it looks like in one sort of colour, basically. Been doing some work on the seats, not the seats, the sub area. All this has now been flatted. This is all sanded back now. There's a few little sections at the back just to finish off around there, and then one big sort of thing just to make sure it's getting the right shape. It's not fully the right shape yet, but it's not far away. But you can see basically it's coming along quite nice there. Just needs a good skim over there, a long bar basically to get that flat. This is all done as well. This has all been done over this side. So that's basically ready for that's only one lot of filler on there, but I think it's probably going to do the job, to be honest. That should be fine. And then I've just got to tidy up underneath here, but I can't do that till the subs come out, but I'll get that tidied up as well under there. I've been doing all around here. This has all been sanded back. Everything else down there. That's basically it. So it took quite a bit of time to do those, but I'll basically do a part two, as I say, to this with the seat. You'll see quite a few changes there, so let me know what you think on all this lot, and I shall do part two now. Okay, so part two. You'll notice the seats had a few changes since the last video. I don't think, in the last one, I don't think I actually said what I was going to be doing with it. It's a bit of a change, but I'll run you through what I've been doing. It's been quite a bit of work on this. So basically, first things first, I think I did on the last video, the angle of the seats changed. So basically it's going to sit more like a seat rather than being too upright like it was before. And it curves upwards a little bit, but it works pretty well, to be fair. It looks like a nice seat, nice curved shape. Not bad at all. Then what I did, basically from there, is made the shape in cardboard, covered the whole thing. All these sections had a cardboard piece put in there as well. Same as all these bolsters and things, all in here. And then basically, get down here as well. There we are. So the front as well. Well, that's a nicer shape than it was before, that's for sure. And the sides done as well. So yeah, basically it's all been made in cardboard, then fiberglass, and then I've done a layer of filler, sanded that back to a sort of 50% level basically. And then from there, I've done a second layer of filler from there. This is basically where we're at as we speak. But you see the shapes coming together. I've basically got the rough lines in there already. This is the second layer of filler. It will need some more, but there's not much point getting it to spot on levels, basically because there'll be another layer of fiberglass going over this to keep its strength. You can see roughly what's going on there. But what I've done as well, I've welded some sections in. You can't see them anymore, but where this piece joins there, obviously normally you'd get loads of flex when the seat goes back as soon as someone sits on it. So I've put a piece of metal in there, like a cross beam, welded that in on both sides. That's nice and strong now. There's also supports under here. I don't know if I took any photos of that. If I have, I'll do some, but I don't think I did. The supports under there, 4 of them actually, 4 sort of wooden supports, big chunky ones. So if you sit on the seat, you can't go through it or break it or anything like that. Plus, as I say, there'll be a third layer of fiberglass technically, because there was already 2 on there. And it's all been weaved together, so it's super nice and strong. So yeah, basically that's what we're doing. So the general gist next is I've run out of fiberglass, unfortunately, so it won't get finished at the moment until it gets more. The general gist is I'll continue with the lines here, so this all gets the right lines and everything else in the seat. Eventually this will be covered in like a white leather, I think is the plan. Going to cover it in white leather, and then have some black sort of cushion seats, so one there, and then like a cushion seat that kind of goes up there or something, some sort of shape in the middle there, just so it looks nice and tidy. So should look quite nice. So yeah, there you are. That's what it's looking like at the minute. Let me know what you think about the seat, because I think it's going to look quite nice. It looks better than before, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than doing it properly in leather, trimming it and everything else. So yeah, let me know what you think on that. Subscribe if you can as well, and I'll do some more next week.